I was 17 years old when I met the guys. I met Spencer and Ryan. And when I joined kind of as like just a favor to Brent. He was just like, hey man, oddly enough. Yeah, that's a different story. Not a very fun story. But he had asked me, actually all three of them had asked me to come and play guitar because they had just they had this guitar player, but he was like, oh, I can't play on Saturdays because my dad makes me do all this stuff. And I was like, cool. I told my dad to fuck off, so I don't have to work on Saturdays. Let's do this. They asked me to come play, so I came in as the guitar player. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but yeah, it was very different because I didn't know that I wanted to be in a band. I mean, I knew I always wanted to do music, and I didn't know that this was going to be like the band it became. It was like, I showed up, I did some like impressions from like Lord of the Rings and shit, and they were like, this guy's crazy. I was like, oh. Yeah, it was really weird. So it got really weird, and I honestly just played guitar, like as a temporary guitar player. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll do it, you know. And we just played cover songs. We played like Blink-182. I didn't know who Fall Out Boy was at the time. Pete knows, fucking. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll learn these songs. So they gave me like 3-4 songs to learn, and I would just play. And then, like 3 months later, you know, we'd been playing, jamming, whatever. I got this smoothie hut job. So shitty. I was working for tips, basically. I was making like $5 an hour. It was really shitty. And I remember just like fucking around one day, and a Fall Out Boy song came on, and I was like fucking around, just like, because it was like new to me. I didn't know who Fall Out Boy was, and I heard, where is your boy? And I like started doing it. I was like, yeah. And I just like deadlocked. And when I did that, and they were like, yo, this motherfucker can sing, dude. And they were like, yeah, like, you know, do you want to, you know, and Ryan was really reluctant too. He was like, I think he felt like a little bit hurt. He was like, I'm the singer, like, fuck it. And I was like, dude, honestly, if you want to sing, I'll do whatever you guys want to do. I'll play bass, I'll play guitar, like, whatever you guys want to do, you know. And when they made me a singer, I was like really touched. I was like, oh, we're growing together, guys. We're friends. We're making something together, you know. And so from that point, like, being inducted into the band, that was a big moment. I was like, oh, cool. I still didn't know if I was going to stay in the band. I was like, yeah, I'll sing for you guys, but we can't really get gigs because we're like 17 and all the bars in Vegas are 21 and over, and we can't really play any venues. So when it started becoming this thing, I was like, I almost left the band. I was like, yo, I'm going to go to Arizona and learn how to cut hair. I'm going to be a cosmetologist. Like, in retrospect, that's so stupid, but I really loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this, and part-time I'm going to intern at a record studio and just do it. Like, I'm just going to, you know, figure out how to make records. I want to make music. So luckily that didn't happen, and I stayed in the band. So from the whole beginning of this project, this band, it's so different from now, because now, where I took a lot of the lead on this, not only this record, the last record, but mostly this record, I decided that I knew where I wanted to go. I knew what I wanted this record to sound like. I had a vision, not a concept for the album, but I had like how I wanted to get shit done. How it would end up, I didn't really know, but like how I wanted to go about with the process was pretty much all there. I was like, I know what I need to do. I just need to show up. I need to show up, write some songs, produce some stuff, like figure out how to work this program, and I'm good. You know, as long as I just show up. So yeah, it's all very, very different. It's been a growth, like a tumor over the last 9 years. No, not a tumor. But like, yeah, the last 9 years it's been really crazy.